My involvement into racing started when I was, I think, 8 or 9 years old. I had never seen a snowmobile till then, and my dad, we moved to Island Park, Idaho, and I seen one for the first time, and I was like, man, those things are sweet, and I've seen dirt bikes and quads and stuff. I've never seen a snowmobile. Well, we had our first Snocross race, I think in 2009, February 2009 or something like that, and ever since then it just clicked from there, and I was like, this is what I want to do. Snowmobiles are sick.
Every winter, athletes travel from different parts of the world, moving miles away, sacrificing time with friends and family to achieve one goal: be crowned American Snocross champion. These parallel stories of strife weighing down the mind, the body, and the soul. Pressure, struggles, sacrifices, and the desire to win. Hours in the gym, hundreds of gallons of fuel, restless nights testing. Most succeed, but many let failures and doubt end the chase. Uncomfortability and unwillingness to suffer the most. Welcome to Snocross Chasing Winter. Every year, mid-September, factory manufacturers reveal an all-new era of race snowmobiles. Improvements and new designs leaning on the hopes of winning the highest title in snowcross.
Arctic did make some cylinder changes to the motor, some fuel injection changes. Really hoping that we can just build off of where we left off, hoping that it's going to be a great package to go line up with at Duluth.
Miles from Lake Superior, Wisconsin, AmSoil Championship Snowcross arrives in Duluth, Minnesota, and snowcross fans wait all summer to be gifted with the sound and smells of two-stroke in the air. Spirit Mountain, a valiant test on the mind, preparing mentally and physically all summer long.
I turn my butt off in the summer. I race mountain bikes, I ride jet skis, I try to mountain bike at least 2 or 3 days a week, and then cycle and work out. And then if I have time, I hit the lake with a bunch of buddies and rip some stand-ups. Other than that, mentally prepared. I went out to New York for about a week with Mike George, my mechanic and former teammate.
On the
Expectations for this year was definitely to come out with the points lead. It didn't happen, but I definitely prepared for that for the start of the season, and I was close, but I'm still working hard and still going for it. Duluth was all right. I got a podium the first day, which was sweet. I did have a little bit of mechanical that didn't give me the win, but I still had a second, and then the next day I was one of the first to the corner in the final, and just kind of got tapped in the back end and rolled down the hill, so it kind of put a bummer to my night.
6,000 feet above sea level, town of only 10,000 people in a remote location. It brings back riders known to be the most demanding race on the circuit.
There's definitely a different way of preparation for a race at that kind of altitude. The team came out early, trying to get the sleds running better, clutching and engine stuff, just testing and testing, doing starts, doing laps, doing everything to make the machine run good. For us to be out there in advance is also good for our bodies to get used to that elevation. And yeah, it goes a lot of work into preparing for an altitude race like Jackson.
Jackson Hole, known for its backcountry riding and championship hill climb, to only set the stage again for Snocross.
Strategizing for a high elevation race at Jackson Hole definitely starts with working with Arctic, getting our fuel mapping dialed in to where it needs to be to accommodate for the thin air, try to make the snowmobile handle the best it can for the rider, to accommodate for the lack of air for both the rider's breathing and for the snowmobile performance.
And Johan Lidman having a great race as well, still running third, holding up Peter Narsa and Cody Camp.
My expectations was pretty high on myself. Friday was toughest for sure. Lungs were burning and sled felt weak compared to at sea level.
It's the battle for third. Again, it's Lidman and Cam. Cam looks to the outside. Lidman has been able to hold him off for the third spot so far, but a bump pass can't make it work. Cam looks to the inside. Lidman holds on to third.
Saturday was way better. Definitely a step in the right direction, and we ended up tonight with a top 5, which was great. Coming back to Minnesota was definitely a relief in a way, just because you're back at the practice track, back at sea level. Everything feels easier. It's easier to move around, and we have some time to prepare for Canterbury.